Hey YouTube, welcome to another Bible study video from Colorado Prepper. I plan on breaking this Bible study down into 4 separate videos. This is the first, 3 more should ensue after this. The Bible study considers tests and trials and just what is concretely gained by God over Satan by employing tests and trials. Tests and trials are employed regularly by God throughout the Bible. Some of them are benign, many of them are brutal, downright cruel. So this 4-part study considers tests and trials and just what is concretely gained by God over Satan by employing these sometimes brutal tests and trials. So let's get into it. Let's go to the first verse. I'll read Matthew chapter 4, verse 1. Then Jesus was led up by the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted by the devil. He fasted 40 days and 40 nights, and afterwards he was famished. The tempter came and said to him, "If you are the Son of God, command these stones to become loaves of bread." But he answered, "It is written, one does not live by bread alone, but by every word that comes from the mouth of God." We could tend to read past this without really considering how much pain he must have been in. Anybody who's got on an extended fast, and I have, will tell you it really hurts. It's painful. Anyone who's fasted more than 48 hours will tell you it is very extremely painful to maintain a fast past 48 hours. I've never gone anywhere near 40 days and 40 nights of a fast. But it hurts, it's painful. To think about fasting 40 days and 40 nights, I can't consider how much pain Jesus must have been in. So this was his test. This was a trial, and only one among many. Just what is gained by God from putting Jesus through this? It hurts, it's cruel, it's painful, it's torture, really. Just what does God gain from this? We'll see later on. Now let's go to Job chapter 1, verse 6. Job chapter 1, verse 6. One day the heavenly beings came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan also came among them. The Lord said to Satan, "Where have you come from?" Satan answered the Lord, "From going to and fro on the earth, and from walking up and down it." The Lord said to Satan, "Have you considered my servant Job? There is no one like him on the earth, a blameless and upright man who fears God and turns away from evil." Then Satan answered the Lord, "Does Job fear God for nothing? Have you not put a fence around him and his house and all that he has on every side? You have blessed the work of his hands, and his possessions have increased in the land. But stretch out your hand now and touch all that he has, and he will curse you to your face." The Lord said to Satan, "Very well, all that he has is in your power, only do not stretch out your hand against him." So Satan went out from the presence of the Lord. One day when his sons and daughters were eating and drinking wine in the eldest brother's house, a messenger came to Job and said, "The oxen were plowing and the donkeys were feeding beside them, and the Sabaeans fell on them and carried them off and killed the servants with the edge of the sword. I alone escaped to tell you." While he was still speaking, another came and said, "The fire of God fell from heaven and burned up the sheep and the servants and consumed them. I alone have escaped to tell you." While he was still speaking, another came and said, "The Chaldeans formed 3 columns, made a raid on the camels and carried them off, and killed the servants with the edge of the sword. I alone have escaped to tell you." While he was still speaking, another came and said, "Your sons and daughters were eating and drinking wine in the eldest brother's house, and suddenly a great wind came across the desert, struck the 4 corners of the house, and it fell on the young people, and they are all dead. I alone have escaped to tell you." Then Job arose, tore his robe, shaved his head, and fell on the ground and worshipped. He said, "Naked I came from my mother's womb, and naked shall I return there. The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord." In all this, Job did not sin or charge God with wrongdoing. This is the most famous test of God that people question. How could God do this to Job? It's a test. Obviously, it's a test. But what is gained by the test? Something must be gained. A victory over Satan. What form does that victory come in? Let's go on reading. One day the heavenly beings came to present themselves before the Lord. This is chapter 2. And Satan also came among them to present himself before the Lord. The Lord said to Satan, "Where have you come from?" Satan answered the Lord, "From going to and fro on the earth, and from walking up and down it." The Lord said to Satan, "Have you considered my servant Job? There is no one like him on the earth, a blameless and upright man who fears God and turns away from evil. He still persists in his integrity, although you incited me against him to destroy him for no reason." Then Satan answered the Lord, "Skin for skin. All that people have they will give to save their lives. But stretch out your hand now and touch his bone and his flesh, and he will curse you to your face." The Lord said to Satan, "Very well, he is in your power, only spare his life." So Satan went from the presence of the Lord and inflicted loathsome sores on Job from the sole of his foot to the crown of his head. Job took a potsherd with which to scrape himself and sat among the ashes. Then his wife said to him, "Do you still persist in your integrity? Curse God and die." But he said to her, "You speak as any foolish woman would speak. Shall we receive the good at the hand of God and not receive the bad?" In all this, Job did not sin with his lips. So there's a controversy between God and Satan playing itself out on the poor person, Job. It says here, he still persists in his integrity, although you incited me against him to destroy him for no reason. I don't think it's really for no reason. It says that, but I don't think it's really for no reason. But the controversy between God and Satan is playing itself out in Job. Job is being tested, and when he passes the test, it's victory for God and defeat for Satan, obviously so. Just what form those victories and defeats come, we'll see later on. I'll stop this Bible study here. It may actually be 5 Bible studies, 5 videos with this Bible study. This is going on longer than I expected. I'll stop this video here and continue it on with the next one. I think there are going to be 5 separate videos for this Bible study because it's taking longer than I expected. In any case, hope you enjoyed my video. Peace out.